All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Smriti Goswami. Welcome to this episode, or you can call it episode of Business Accelerator series. And today we'll be talking about aggressive presence with your business and your life. Now, what do you mean by aggressive presence? Would somebody want to unmute and let me know? When I say the word aggressive presence, what comes to your mind? Anyone, just unmute and speak.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, aggressive presence is kind of, not letting my limitations, my thoughts, emotions stop me. I just out creating that here. And not letting anything to stop me, actually.
Awesome. Anyone else? Just unmute and speak.
Yeah. So I think it's more about not allowing even my own stories. Yeah, like we either buy into other people's stories or we have our own stories, even not even buying into that and not getting carried away with our conclusions and rather staying present and asking question and getting present to what is actually happening. I guess that's what it is for me.
Right.
Aggressive presence.
Awesome. So, you must be wondering what do you mean by aggressive presence with business? It's interesting because how many of you choose certain things? Okay, you want to create a certain business, you do everything possible to go ahead and be something or create something and actualize something. And the moment you've created that, then you're wondering, okay, why am I not succeeding? What else is required? I put whatever force I poured, whatever I had within me to go ahead and create this or actualize this. And now what? Why am I not able to see the success that I should be creating now? So how many times do you actually start perceiving people's projections and stopping yourself? So we'll be talking a lot about that. I recently attended the Right Voice Week class with Christopher. And there was this word that he mentioned. He spoke about imposing. And for me, imposing always meant, I just didn't take it in a very good sense. I thought imposing meant you are deliberately going and being in a place where you're not really wanted or you're not welcome. So you can't just keep on imposing yourself on people because they might not really like to have you around. And he said his explanation for that word was so different, where he mentioned that why would you deny somebody the potency of you, the beauty of you, and all that you're capable of? Why would you deny somebody the gift of you? So you think somebody's a bit uncomfortable with having you around? So let me just back off. It's okay. It's okay. Now, what's the value of doing that? What's the value of just literally, sorry, I'm just muting everyone. And if you want to speak, you can unmute and speak. So what's the value of stopping yourself just because somebody else cannot take your potency? Right? So what happens is we stop being that tall poppy who's standing out all the time because we don't want to be noticed. So no matter how brilliant you are, no matter how good you are, you deliberately tone it down, you bend, fold, staple, and mutilate yourself to just make sure everybody else around you is happy and they're not threatened by you. So where have you decided that you are a threat to the people around you? And so truth, does that even belong to you? Or is it what you're perceiving from other people? Everything that is stands for conciliation. Will you destroy and unfair it all? Like trumpet, backward, pop, all national voice, four and semblance. Where are you not willing to be too much? Everything that is stands for conciliation. Will you destroy and unfair it all? Please write trumpet, backward, pop, all national voice, four and semblance. So what I just did was use the access consciousness clearing statements. And you can find out more about it on accessclearingstatements.com. It is just something that we use to clear all those points of creations where we might have thought or created these points of view about ourselves, and we allow those to subconsciously stop ourselves. All right, so now when you're dealing with people, so this call is going to go all over the places because there's so much of awareness that I was getting, and there's so much that was going on for me recently, and I realized that, you know, a lot of times people will take your kindness as an excuse to abuse. And how much, when you perceive the insecurity in their worlds, how much do you take a step back? And what's the value of doing that? How much do you literally stop creation in your business and even in your life because you perceive the other people's insecurity? So before that, you'll come across people who will be like, sometimes people will be mean, okay? They'll be really, really unkind, and they will do their best to exclude you, okay? Now, when they're doing that, just realize that it's nothing to do with you, okay? It's usually their own issues that they're going through, their own insecurities, okay? Just, and mostly they are unwilling to receive your kindness. So when you start coming across as a threat, they'll find the way to cut you off, okay? Now what do you do when you perceive that? Sometimes it hurts because it just might be your own friends who's doing this to you. Sometimes it really hurts, and mostly it really, really hurts. Being excluded is not fun, right? So earlier when I used to get excluded like that, I thought, oh my God, maybe I've done something wrong, or maybe something, you know, there's something I should have addressed certain things a little differently, or I should have been more diplomatic, or so on, right? But then I realized that when you come across as a threat, they will do whatever they can to stop you. Now, where are each one of you not willing to be that force of unstoppable in your life, in your business, with everything that you're choosing? What's the value of stopping you? And what's the value of making anybody else greater than you? That does not really create. Okay, so just be very aware. Just look at yourself, be very present, and see, okay, where are all those places where you've held yourself back, when you could have chosen so much more, when you could have been so much more? Where are all those places where you've actually stopped yourself? And what is that even creating in your world? Everything that is stands against you. You destroy an uncreated world. Please write down the background of financial voice, co-ads, and yours. Now, just know most people are not able to receive your kindness, okay? Because you know why? Why can't they receive your kindness? Because they're not willing to be kind to themselves. Most people are so used to being used and abused by their closest friends that when they actually receive kindness, they can't take it. So they have to alienate you. They'll have to create a comfortable distance between you. And sometimes they feel that if you are handling certain things, you might become too much and then they will be left behind. But when they are thinking that, it's their own insecurities that's coming in place. It's got nothing to do with you. And no point stopping yourself because of that. That's the time you have to turn it up even more. Be even more of a threat to them. Okay? Now, ask yourself, am I judging myself or am I aware of other people's judgments? Okay, because the first thing you do is when people are being that energy with you, you cut yourselves off, you start thinking that you might be at fault, you must have done something to create that. But ask yourself, am I judging myself or am I aware of other people's judgments? And what is that creating in the world? Now, what can I do to deal with this? Okay, so the first thing you have to do is The moment you notice people doing that, we tend to put up a barrier. Just push down all those walls and barriers that you've subconsciously created to protect you from being hurt. And also realize that those barriers are actually creating a greater distance between you and them. So that's the first thing you do, know your barriers. Because when you don't have any judgment in your space, they will have nothing to hold on. Okay? And things will smoothen out faster. Now, of course, using the tool interesting point of view, I have this point of view, or they have this point of view, actually creates quite a bit, because that prevents their judgments from sticking to you. So now, most important, don't deny what you're feeling. Acknowledge what you're feeling. Acknowledge, all right, I am feeling this, but don't be too harsh on yourself, okay? And ask, okay, if I was truly choosing kindness for me, what would I choose? Just because somebody else is judging you does not give you the reason and justification to start being harsh on yourself. What if you can choose kindness for yourself in the face of judgment? Turn it up even more and choose kindness, okay? And then, most important, ask for more contributive people to show up in your life. You don't have to those people shouldn't be your be all and end all, right? Just because they're choosing to behave like that doesn't mean you can't invite more people into your life. Ask for more contributive people to keep showing up in your life. Now, what happens is, I'll quote something that Dr. Dane always says from his book, The Being You, Changing the World, and from those classes. He says, you being you is not unkind. It's the greatest kindness you can give to the world, because you will no longer give up the gift you are, be a slave to other people's reality. Okay? Just know, being something you're not for others is a total unkindness to yourself. Okay? So first and foremost, for that aggressive presence, honor yourself. Be you, be the gift that you're here in this world to be. The earth does not require you being small and less than, neither does the world, okay? You being everything you are is what will create more. Okay? Now, ask questions, okay? What choice can I make that will create the reality that I desire? And also realize that there are so many more possibilities available that we've never even asked for because we think we don't deserve it, okay? Or because we cannot come up with those possibilities. We can't think of those possibilities. Just know it's beyond that. It's not about trying to fit in, okay? Now, when you're choosing to create from possibilities, it's about asking for more. When I'm talking about aggressive presence, it's about being willing to ask for more, knowing that you deserve it. Choosing to be unstoppable, not letting anybody's judgment stop you. It's about just going ahead, full steam ahead, without letting anybody or anyone's judgment stop. Okay. So creating from possibilities is about asking for more, knowing that you deserve it, acknowledging your capacities, and never doubting, and having the choice to choose your reality. So before I go any further, I had to, sometime last August, I was supposed to travel to US, and there was a family situation where there was some trauma and drama in the house and something, and one of the family members had to get hospitalized, and someone from the family had broken her, she had fractured her arm. And there was a possibility that I might not have been able to go to US. And I was expecting this sort of trauma and drama, right? Because I know the person very well, and I know that person is capable of that. And it wasn't that easy for me. And I knew that I could just see through the whole game being played out, and that look in that person's eyes, like when the doctor's team said that she will have to be hospitalized and there's a surgery involved. So this happened on a Saturday morning, and Monday morning I was supposed to leave for Delhi and then onwards to US. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. And at that moment, I was very angry, like really, really angry, because I could see through the whole thing. And I'm not saying that that person deliberately went ahead and fractured her arm, but it was an accident. But there was an intention to stop me from going. Okay. I went through the whole thing with the doctor, met the doctors, did everything, made sure she was admitted in the hospital and all. And this was in the middle of a 3-day body class that I was hosting. And that's the time when I was heading back home, I packed an overnight kit for myself. And I packed an overnight kit for this person. And before I left to attend the class, it was already 3 in the afternoon. I just saw my suitcase and I just pulled it out and I packed my bags to go to the US. And I was like, universe, I'm choosing this. Make it happen. I don't care how you make it happen, just make it happen. And that's it. So I wasn't questioning the outcome. There's nothing else in my mind except the fact that I'm choosing it. It might have happened now. It can happen 2 weeks down the line or maybe a month later, but I knew I was choosing to travel, whatever it takes, right? And that's it. And I went and I attended the class. And later in the night, when I went back to the hospital, by then, the doctor over there decided, for some weird reason, that this person did not require any surgery. And they're going to release her the next day. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. So you see, you do not have to be the effect of other people's manipulations. You can choose to have your own reality. You just have to know that no matter what trauma and drama is going on, no matter what all is happening all around you, you always, always, always have a choice to choose your own reality. And everything that brought up, everywhere you decided you do not have that choice, will you not destroy and uncreate it all? Please type down the platform and your voice go back to voice. Now, okay. So how many of you ever turn yourself down a little or maybe a lot to make other people comfortable? So, and how many times do you find yourself modulating who and how you be? Mostly in reaction to the way people are being with you. And you're not alone. Okay? There are a lot of us who do that. So how often do we actually adjust the cadence of those we are surrounded by? And it's like, how dare we be happy when someone we care about is having a tough time? Or when you choose to be you, no matter, especially when others are going through a tough time, it's like no matter what, they might feel insane or certainly uncomfortable. It's really difficult, okay? But what if you actually flipped it 180 degrees and actually perceived and acknowledged the insanity of the world? Where when you are really, really joyful and happy, they'll ask you, all of them will ask you, okay, what drugs are you on? Because joy is not really seen as normal here in this world, okay? So, especially in a world where drama is righteous and significant, very, very significant, okay? Where problems are literally sought and fought in such a way that literally squelches the space for possibilities. What do you do then? What if now is a time to literally break that paradigm and turn it literally 180 degrees? So what if you could be all of you, especially that aggressive presence, then you will never, ever, ever let anybody ever stop you from choosing all that you desire to choose. So what if now's the time when you could be all of you and still be the kindness and generosity of spirit that you desire to see in the world? Just when I'm talking about being that aggressive presence, it does not mean you have to be rude and nasty and unkind and mean to people. It's about, how like a lion is, He's the cutest looking. He's just so adorable. When you look at him, don't you feel like hugging a lion? But there's this energy about him where just one look is enough to let you know, okay, you mess with me and I will kill you. When are you not willing to be that energy with each and everybody? Let people know that beyond this, they can't dare mess with you. Okay? And that is that aggressive presence, just that look, just that aura around you. That does not mean you have to be arrogant or unkind or mean or nasty. It's about being a gentle presence with total kindness, yet not giving up on you and your reality. So that, for me, aggressive presence is not giving up my reality, but choosing my reality no matter what, but choosing more and greater at every moment, every step. Okay. So what happens? And my favorite quote is, magic happens when you don't give up, even though you want to, because the universe always falls in love with a stubborn heart who chooses not to give up. So no matter who's behaving insanely with you, no matter who's uncomfortable with you choosing more, you do not stop yourself. Okay? Like, I was having a conversation with Swami and he was talking about people in business and when they create so much, like let's take, for example, bars, facilitators, when they become facilitators or certified facilitators also, they'll go ahead, go against all odds and choose that for themselves. And they do start getting a sense of, okay, finally I've arrived, finally I managed to get here. And there is this huge sense of achievement, but there's also a sense of major insecurity, not their insecurity, but the insecurity of others around them, where now they are in competition with people. And so they start perceiving that weird energy of competition. And then what do? They literally start stopping themselves because they feel they're just new. They shouldn't be too much. They shouldn't venture out too much. But that's exactly where they're choosing to fit in with other people's realities, right? What is your reality and where can you find it? What are you here to create in this world? And what's the value of stopping you just because other people around you are insecure or feel that you're a threat to them or a competition to them? When people are looking at you as competition, they've already made you greater than them, right? Step into it. Step into your greatness. Do not stop yourself for anyone, no matter what it takes. Okay? Now, you can be right or wrong depending on what you choose. Okay. So, and how many of you actually start spending your life in the past, like this happened, this one said that one said that, and then wondering why life is not working for you because you're just still functioning from your past, whatever encounters or whatever, whoever said what. Okay. And then you'll also come across people who'll say, hey, you did so well, but they'll say it in a very nasty way. And sometimes, mostly, you perceive that judgment because your body doesn't lie, okay? It just literally delivers the entire judgment on you without any filters, okay? So you might think this person is saying all good things about me, but why do I feel weird and uncomfortable? That's your body giving you awareness about the energy with which they are coming across to you, okay? And what do? Because you perceive those judgments, you stop yourself. Aggressive presence means never, ever, ever stopping yourself for anyone, no matter what it takes. Choosing you in every aspect of your life, in your relationships, in your business, in your life, with whatever you're choosing. Okay? So, and then when you're stopping yourself, stop and look at yourself, okay? Have a look at your life and what you've chosen. And then look at their lives and what they are choosing. And then you'll already know what's the value of stopping yourself. because of all those people who are not willing to choose more, yet they don't want anybody else to choose more, so they will keep stopping you. Okay, so here's what you say: I'm going to be everything I can be, whatever it takes. Okay, and you can also ask, okay, what can I be or do that will allow me to have that, and that will allow me to outcreate them. Ask to outcreate yourself each day. Okay, and what if whatever you're choosing or whatever you've chosen till now is literally just the tip of the iceberg? So you can literally choose to live your life or run your life like Titanic, or allow it to sink. Or you can choose to ride the waves of possibilities. Either choose to run your life like Titanic and allow it to sink, or choose to ride the wave of possibilities. What will you choose? So, okay, before we go ahead, does anyone have any questions? Because I've just been talking nonstop. Any one of you have any questions? And anything you'd like to ask, anything that you've been going through, anywhere you feel you've not been being that aggressive presence, or anything else you'd like to know about it, just go ahead. Ask, unmute and ask. And it'll be nice to be able to see everybody's faces. I can only see Swami and Hetal, and that's it. All right, Jatinder, I can see you. Thank you, guys. Hi, Praveen, Falconi, hi. Awesome. Cool. So, anything that you'd like to ask, just go ahead and ask. Okay, let me ask you. Where have you been stopping yourself? Which aspect of your life you feel you've been stopping yourself?
Smriti, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for me, there was there was a class, okay, which I was doing with you, Fast Track of Business, really wonderful class. And in that class, okay, I got the awareness of pursuing the things that I really like to do, okay, and I actually started pursuing it. And now when it is a time to get it to the next level, I am actually kind of, giving a setback. Okay, I am kind of, probably, what is it? Okay, I may be having much judgment. Okay, probably I may become too much. So even aggressive presence is kind of required in this as well.
Aggressive presence is when you're not willing to give up on yourself, no matter what. Why do people stop themselves? Because they perceive huge amount of judgments. Okay, you'll have a friend who'll say, "Arey, tum bade aadmi ban gaye ho, bade log ho gaye ho. Hamare liye time nahi hai." You'll find people saying anything to you, right? And the first thing you do is stop. People will gaslight you. They will use you. They'll do whatever energy. Now, you'll continue with that till the time you decide. You stop and say, okay, no more. This shit ends right now. I'm not going to allow anybody else to walk all over me ever again.
So right? This is applicable with employees as well, the co-workers as well, and everywhere.
See, whoever you're not willing to lose will control you. So if you're not willing to lose somebody who's really good at their work, but they're being a weird energy with you, if they're not contributing, let them go. Seriously, let them go. Okay? Ask for more contributive people to start showing up. Ask. You can always ask. The universe is just there waiting to give to you. At least start asking. What we do is we start functioning from major presumptive realities where we have already decided or presumed that we won't be able to find anybody better than this employee, or we won't be able to create anything better than what we are already creating. And thus, that does not really create. So if something or someone is not working, ask, talk to them. They might have something going on for them. Talk to them. Say what exactly is going on. The deal and deliver that you have to ask, right? what exactly is going on. And you can also say, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not able to understand this. You seem to have a different take on it. Is there any different way that you think that we can create this? What exactly is going on in your mind? Can you explain it to me? And so you're not confronting them, but you're also asking for more awareness. And every time when you're talking to them, just keep saying truth, because then they will end up blurting out the truth. So, yeah. And where are you not willing to literally step up with all your creations? What is stopping you? What do you think is stopping
The responsibility. I
you?
think that I have to take the responsibility of everything. And I don't want to.
What responsibility?
The responsibility of the entire business.
Okay. So, but the thing is, where are you choosing to keep your business small enough to control it? And what is that creating for you? How many of you keep your money, the money that you earn, small enough for you to control it? How many of you are keeping a business small enough for you to control it? Where are you looking to control your business? Where are you not? You also think, oh, I'll just come to you 2 minutes. Where are you not willing to realize that once your business is out into the world, it starts becoming an entity of its own? Allow it to guide you. Start talking to it. It's not going to give you answers, but it'll bring you awareness in the form of pathways opening up, people showing up, more contributor people showing up. You will just suddenly realize, hey, okay, I need to maybe open another my business in different cities and so on. And you will start growing. Start being energetically connected to your business and see what that business will start creating. And also give your business a job to do.
Yeah.
Okay? This is one of the businesses which makes money for me. Give it a job to do.
This is very nice. Okay, small enough so that I can control it. Yes, yeah. This is awesome. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Where's Tinku gone? Yes, Tinku, go ahead with your.
Yeah, hi Smriti.
Hi.
It's okay if I don't put up the camera, right?
No worries.
Okay, I'll put it.
Yeah.
Okay, I had met you at the body class and the Access Bar Swap and Andheri. I look very different now because I'm going through an ailment, lymphoma, where I had to go through chemotherapy. So this is my question is related to something that I had attended all the Access class and I was so thriving, and I got to know the awareness of consciousness and the choice, what you make in life creates your reality. And I was like ready to go and make my choice and change my life all through. But there was a break with this dis-ease with my body, and suddenly there is a stoppage since last 6 months. And I wanted to create in my business, which is my current job, a lot of things and create my position over there and win over hearts over people who disliked me for 22 years and all that stuff, because I learned the art of choosing, of creating. But when this thing happened, suddenly there's a break and everything is at standstill. Today, everybody else is promoted, having good like package and everything, and they're doing very well. Whereas I am like, I feel I've stepped down. So how do I manage this business of my life? And
what made you step down, or what made what slowed you down? Did you slow down because of the disease that you're going through, or something else?
No, I slowed down because of the disease, because I had to leave, like everything was a standstill.
All right. So first of all, when you are moving fast, like moving ahead really, really fast, sometimes, and when you're not able to take it for whatever reasons. So sometimes you might just perceive other people's projections on you, or especially when you're being too much, we end up creating all these issues in our lives as roadblocks. We are only creating it. Okay. You'll ask me now, why am I creating? Why would I create something like this? It is, there might have been so many things that you might have been going through where you held on to your emotions, or you did not speak up where you should have, or it could be anything where everything you just held within you, you held on to your emotions, right? And somehow now that's your body telling you, okay, I cannot take it anymore. So when you're not choosing to step up and stand up for yourself and show up that more dynamically, you will create these as roadblocks to stop yourself. People will create money issues, they'll create a major drama in the house, with their family, they will create diseases in their body, they will create everything. Just know that that's one of our ways to stop ourselves. So ask, okay, cool, we created this body. What awareness do we need? You have to be able to out. What do you have to be able to outcreate this? What you can, okay. What do I have to be able to outcreate this? What else is required? What can I be and do different? And yeah, what else? So you slowed down because of the disease or anything else, like at work. You said they hated me, something like that. You said they hated me for 20 years.
Disliked me. They didn't like, because I was doing very well in my work, and so like they saw me as a competition.
Okay, so where did you start giving them and their opinions so much of importance and significance that you had to start creating all this for yourself? Okay, so now what is the solution? Ask, what do I have to be and do to outcreate whatever I'm going through? Okay, especially with the disease, you have to be that energy out of my body right now. Okay, everywhere you're making that disease greater than you, destroy and annihilate that, or can pour down that. Okay, you have to have that space of choosing no matter what. Outcreate this disease, outcreate everyone who's been holding you back. Let go of all those people's opinions. Don't let anything stop you. Okay? When you start creating from this force of unstoppable, there's nothing that will hold you back, including the disease. It won't. It'll just start going. You have all the tools, you have all the body processes possible. Make it happen. Okay, I know quite a few people who've outcreated this. Okay, so just do that.
This tool of exit stage left, I'm using for my disease so that it is out of my body, and also for people who are not contributing in my life, like.
So you don't have to give them that much importance. Just ask for more contributive people to show up. You don't have, when you let go of all expectations from people, it's not going to bother you anymore. Let them go. I'm choosing to have my back. I'm going to be there for myself, and the universe has my back. Even if there's nobody there in the world, I'm choosing to be there for myself. I will be there. That's the energy which you have to create. Okay. So mostly when we start expecting things from people, from our friends, from our family, and when they don't show up as dynamically as we would want them to in our lives, that's when the whole trauma drama starts. Okay. And then we stop ourselves, because it doesn't hurt if some stranger is behaving in a weird way with you. It always hurts when it's your closest friends, or it's your colleagues, or it's your own family members. Okay. Where are you making them so significant? People show you. They'll give you information about themselves over a period of time. Okay. Now, what's the value of letting go or ignoring all the awareness that they're already giving you? What's the value of swimming oceans after oceans after oceans for someone who's not even willing to jump a puddle? So be very present. I'm not saying be mean or ignore them, or just be like, just separate from them. You do not have to separate from people. but be willing to have total awareness of where they are willing to, how far they would go, to what extent they would go to pull you down if required, right? And then have no expectation from them. Basically, do not give up your reality for anyone else. Okay? Tell your body, this is not what we are choosing. What will it take to have a happy, healthy body and a joyful life? Let's choose that and start stepping into it. Do whatever energy pulls that are required. Do whatever. You have all possible tools. If you've attended body class, you've already attended the bars and foundation and everything else. You have all the tools. Just choose your reality. Okay, do not create. Okay, I'll give an example. So during COVID, there was a moment where, one member of my family was, she wasn't well, and my husband is like, okay, I think I need to take her to the doctor. Now I knew that she was just kidding at that time. She was just pretending, but she's also the kind who would go the whole hog, go all the way to the doctor and everything, and and I was like, as they both were walking out of the door, I was working at that time, and I was like, they will realize when something goes wrong with me or with my body, that's when they'll realize. And then that's the moment, those are those points of creations, right? That's the moment where I was like, hold on, we're not choosing anything like this body. We're not. Pock and pot. I just cleared it all out. But it was also a huge awareness. Like, how do we subconsciously start inflicting pain on ourselves or create issues in ourselves just to teach someone else a lesson, right? That was in that spur of the moment, because I could see through the facade, I could see through things, and yet, just so that they could learn a lesson, I was willing to create something in my body. I was like, no way. I just realized just in time, right? So how much have you done that? And who are you teaching a lesson to? And is it even worth it? Is it worth putting your whole life at stake to teach people a lesson? Everything that is, everywhere you've done that and end up being that energy, talking about all that. Okay. What are the choices available to you now? Start choosing. Be unstoppable. That aggressive presence. Be that aggressive presence even with your disease. Out of my body right now, whatever it takes, I'm going to outcreate this. That force of unstoppable is what you have to be with everything. Okay, I hope that helps.
A lot. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm feeling lighter already.
Awesome. How to get any better?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that word out of my body, like right now, that's amazing. Like to be that energy with any condition that we have created in our body.
Yeah, just out of my body right now. You have no place here. Whatever this disease is, just out of my body. You have to literally be that killing energy with that disease.
Yeah. Awesome.
You know what happens is most people will just accept, oh, okay, now this has happened now. So we start following those presumptive realities where we've decided, okay, now after this we'll follow that and the next steps to take, and that does not really create. Okay. So here's what you do. You have to ask to out-create yourself every day. Ask to choose to be unstoppable every day. Now, so this goes for Tinku also, when she was doing very well in her life and in her business and everything, just know. So when you're looking at choosing so much more in life, when you're ready to leave, okay, when you've chosen a brilliant career, you've done whatever you can to be where you are right now, you've created an amazing business, and when you're about to leave, when you're ready to leave, then all the things that you were afraid of have the possibility of showing up, okay? Are you willing, at that moment, are you willing to see what you're capable of? And if your greatest fear does show up, what will you do? Will you run, hide, and let it be more powerful than you? Or will you face it and see that your greatest fear is nothing more than just made up excuses for you not to soar? So what are you choosing? Where are you creating those made up excuses to not soar? Whose projections are you choosing to create a life with? So whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to stop yourself and not soar? Where are you allowing people to literally clip your wings by their judgments and their projections and their rejections and their separations? Where are you allowing other people to start clipping your wings? Everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate that. Please write from good, bad, for college or boys, provides and beyond. Ask, what killing energy have I been refusing that I truly could be choosing, that if I would choose it, would allow me to kill all limitations, all limiting points of view, and most important, all limiting people with total ease. Everything that doesn't allow that, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right from good, bad, for college or boys, provides and beyond. Now, there's one more thing that you have to. So, also what happens is, how many of you, so let me ask you a different. It's a truth. Do you really want everyone to like? Most of us do, right? So, do you think if you care for people enough and do for them enough and divorce enough of you, that you will be loved and appreciated? Yeah, most of us think that way, right? So my question to you is, how are you enjoying being the prey and killing yourself? I have this upcoming foundation class, right? And I deliberately chose the image of a panther for that aggressive presence. Where are you choosing to be a prey and killing yourself? So do you really have love this fantasy of that destroys, and what are you capable of creating? How much pleasure is there in keeping yourself small and weak and limited? And for whom are you choosing to keep that energy? Either you can choose to just own this, be a victim, or choose different and choose to outcreate. So instead of choosing to be the prey, where are you not willing to be the predator? And all the points of view that come up about being a predator, about having that aggressive presence, it's about choosing you no matter what. Okay? When you look at the energy of a predator, the nature does not judge the predator for killing animals for its food. That's just the way nature is, right? Nobody judges them. Why would somebody judge you? Okay, I'm not saying to start preying on people. I'm just saying, choose not to be that victim. Choose not to be the prey. Choose not to stop yourself. Oh, poor me, this has happened to me. So-and-so is behaving like this with me. So-and-so is treating me like this. Nobody's treating you like that. You are choosing to allow yourself to be treated like that. Right? You show people how to treat you. So if they are being a weird energy with you, you're allowing that. You're only teaching them. And if that's not working for you, what different choices can you make? Okay. So what if now's the time to stop being a rug that's walked all over? Stop being nice, stop being small and cute. And how bored are you being, just timid and incapable? What is that creating for your life, for you in your life and in your business? Nothing. Okay. What if now is the time to be that warrior man or a woman who creates, who creates and destroys to actualize the world he or she knows is possible? Okay. What if now is the time to be that seduction, the strength, the kindness, and the awareness that you truly be? Now's the time. Just leave. Be unstoppable. Have that aggressive presence and just choose you. Don't let anybody ever, 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 ever stop you. no matter what it takes. Cool. Does anyone else have any questions? Or I think we're almost done with the call. Anyone?
These are so awesome questions, and whatever you did, okay, it was so awesome, Smriti. I mean, so excited to be a part of this foundation, and I do get that vibes of Panther. Yeah. Right now, I just made a choice. Okay, every day I'm just going to wear a black outfit, okay, to be in that energy also. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, the black outfit. If you think wearing a black outfit will scare people, just by chance, I'm also wearing a black jacket. If you think
No, black is not auspicious, no.
no, it's not that. It's that energy you be, whatever you wear.
Yeah.
That energy of you mess with me and I will kill you.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, just be unstoppable. It's not easy. And I've gone through stuff myself so many times. And today when I'm telling you, if I can outcreate all this, so can all of you. Okay. And yeah, what else is possible? Somebody had put their hands up. I don't remember who was that. Somebody had a question? Or somebody wanted to share something? Who just put up their hands? Let's see that. All right. You're welcome, Tinku, Falconi. Welcome. All right. So we have a couple of classes coming up. One is the foundation, which is from 1st to 4th March. And we will be talking a lot about aggressive presence there. And there's a business done different from 24th to 26th of February. You can connect with Swami for all the details. The class is going to be in Mumbai. And I don't know if you can put up on the chat the link to join in case anybody wants. And for the foundation class, you can connect with Hetal. And that's also in Mumbai. The class is also in Mumbai. And then I also have a Right Voice for You class coming up. That's going to be sometime in April. Again, we'll be talking a lot about imposing an aggressive presence. It's about choosing to be a very different energy, choosing to have your voice in the world. That's anyways sometime in April. And then we also have two very amazing Talk to the Entity classes coming up. One is on a cruise ship. It'll be in the first week of May. And then there's another Talk to the Entity that's in Gir Forest. It's a forest retreat. It's sometime end of March. So there are a whole lot of these classes coming up. And just choose whichever calls out to you, whichever is liked. I'd love to see you there. And if there's any way I can contribute, I'd love to be part of that. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And I think I will be creating these calls very often. So I will see you again very soon. And in case any one of you have any questions about any of these classes, just connect with Swami for the Business Done Different and connect with Hetal for the foundation class. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Smriti. That was an awesome call.
See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.